Welcome back, everybody. My name is Relic. We are playing The Council. We've been following a bunch of we've been following a bunch of breadcrumbs left by our mother to try and find out where she is. And the most recent one is that she is trying to get behind the nightmare, which is that painting right there. So let's get to it. Thanks for watching.
A myna bird.
Pretty boy. This is probably a bad idea. I don't want to.
Well, Waldo, is your master good? I don't really know what I was expecting. Sarah Deriche? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here?
Uh-huh. Alright. Okay. Can't pick up any more berries, so hopefully we don't have to try and feed him again. What's this thing?
No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Yeah, because that's a possibility. I am full on Carmelite water. In fact, I am full on all of my consumables.
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
It's probably that lock on the desk. What's this? Or it's easier than that.
Aha, I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great, that's all I needed.
Okay, so we know he's big into the Crusades.
This painting isn't finished, and it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period. Hey, there are two dates on this painting. 1154 AD and 5154 AL.
1154, 5154. 1154 and 5154. Analyze these
Two
dates.
dates most likely relate to two calendars. The Gregorian calendar and the Freemason calendar.
I believe in one of the things we saw when we were with Emily in the secret art room, he likes to use the Freemason calendar. So I'm going to assume is the 5154 number. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Okay, 5 1 4. That one actually costs more. I'm gonna actually use next skill use is free.
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller. It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9.
Stuck on number 9. What happens?
Well,
Nothing.
I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre. From what I know, the fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre took place in the summer of 1191.
1191, and
Now,
the third
according to
number,
this title,
9 gets
it's
stuck.
wintertime on the painting, so it can't have been late in the year of 1191. It must be in the first months of that year, probably in January or February of that year.
Maybe 0191 or 0291, but the second number he remarked on being a mark on the 1. Let's try 1191, then 0191. Alright.
Open sesame.
That's a big globe. I hope there's not another number that we have to figure out to get out of here.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Murderer.
I'm trying to pay attention to that bird, just in case it's gonna be like the warning that somebody's coming. Dear Lord Mortimer, I'm writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act. As it stands, we must absolutely legislate on a national level and not allow every state to choose their policy regarding slaves. It was initially intended to resolve a conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it, we risk legislating the hunting of blacks. More and more men of little faith are becoming slave hunters, and unable to find any slaves on the run, they kidnap the first black they come across while they pass off as the wanted runaway. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance, your friend, John Adams. P.S. Say hello to my daughter, Elizabeth, for me. Cared enough you'd come say hi yourself. Can't now, though. That royal jelly, I'm gonna go ahead and eat some and
Honey,
take that.
the remedy of the gods.
My lord, I hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated, and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schlisselburg. Schlisselburg. If by chance you could intervene in my favor, I would be eternally on your debt. The Tsarina Catherine should not be long in banning all Golden Order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has become considerably darker. In the hope that you can help me, your friend, Nikolay Novikov.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in and goes on There are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible. The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
Let's see what that trait is we just got. Called the Shepherd, I believe. There it is. You gain 1 point of manipulation. Nice. Got a lot of these. How are you looking on some of these skills? Psychology is pretty close. Diversion's pretty close. Politics and linguistics are also pretty close, but kind of want to try and focus a little bit more on these occultist skills, just because, I mean, it's what I chose. We'll see how that goes. The gift has been delivered. Timur Shah Durrani, King of Afghanistan, of Punjab, of of Mashhad, and of Kashmir, should not retain his title much longer. His son Zaman will succeed him as planned. We will then be able to resume negotiations. Okay.
This shows the forces present in America.
My dear friend, with thanks for your services rendered and help in the fight against the Spanish and the conquest of Oran, a ship bound for Marseilles in France has been chartered. Hidden aboard are a few corpses infected with the plague that is decimating our country at this moment in time. Be very careful when handling these boxes, because if inadvertently opened, you risk spreading the disease all over France. My dear friend, as desired, I have been able to gather together my friends to sign the agreement you propose. This agreement shall be known as the Buttonwood Agreement. If you recall the place where we gathered when you met us the first time, you will understand why this name was given. Please find enclosed a list of my colleagues: Leonard Bleecker, 16 Wall Street; Hugh Smith, Tontine Coffee House; Armstrong and Barnwall, 58 Broad Street; Samuel March, 243 Queen Street; Andrew D. Barclay, 136 Pearl Street; Benjamin Ciaxis, 8 Hanover Square; John Henry, 13 Duke Street; John Bush, 195 Water Street; David Reedy, 58 Wall Street. Thanks to your help, we shall be able to meet at my place, the Tontine Coffee House. I look forward to seeing you as soon as possible. Hugh Smith. That looks important. I'll come back to that in a second. My dearest Lord Mortimer, as a friend of China, rest assured that you will be rewarded for your information. You need not worry about any scheming against us from Great Britain. Their representative, Mr. McCartney, will leave with no hope of any arrangements involving us, your friend. I don't know anything about politics,
Shows
so...
the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
William, whatever your projects, it would seem that our father is against leaving you with a grip on Europe. Russia will soon commit itself to the coalition against your dear France. Don't think you can resist for long. I beseech you, William, not to persist. You are tearing our family apart. Your loving brother, G. P.S. I shall come to your conference, but do you think that holding it at the present moment is conductive? My dear friend, thank you for your words, and I do understand your situation. I regret having to confront you militarily, but if the situation obliges me to declare war, then do what you think fit. Under your advisement, and with a weary heart, I am off to meet up with the coalition that opposes you. In the hope of serving you again, George, King of Hanover, King of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Did I read this one? Yes.
It's locked.
Cage door. More Carmelite water. I'm actually surprised. Carmelite water is the one that gives me the free use. And I think there was one out on the... Oh, man. Oh, well. Sir, your plans to intervene in Belgium are to go ahead as down. I am to occupy the Prussian army. Your delivery of cannons to Valmy has ensured our victory. As agreed, I have notified the King of Prussia of the invasion plans of Custine and the Army of the North. I will keep the Austrians out of Belgium. I am to quickly return to Paris, as I sense the fate of our King Louis is about to be decided dishonorably, and it is impossible for me not to intervene. I did it again. Should you have any messages to give to me, I invite you to go by, as per usual, our friend, Monsieur Peru. Sincerely yours, Charles Francois de Moraes, General of the Army of the North. So King Louis was just reported dead by, I think Garoy came in and was talking about it. It's a map of Asia.
Fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
All I've got. What's this? My dearest Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform you that it will soon be impossible to ignore pressure from the Russians. The Tsarina Catherine has every intention of supporting the Count of Provence and will recognize him as the regent of the Kingdom of France. Once King Louis has disappeared from the political stage, I am sorry to announce bad news, but expect dark times ahead. Who's that from? Your friend, Fried Bauer. Alright, so we've made a circle around the room. There's a sword stabbed into let us see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is a stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Where did I put that? Oh, Oh, this room looks fun.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Oh yeah, I stole another book. It's probably gonna give me science.
Something strange about this table. What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here? It's a dissection table. So Mortimer does autopsies. Here on his desert island. But who's he doing autopsies on then? The Little Surgeon's Perfect Collection.
Maybe that's why all the servants have to wear masks. Did that say he was immune to science or vulnerable to science? He is immune to science and conviction.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. Must weigh a ton. These are feathers. Pigeon, probably. A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid. Oh, his right hand is missing.
Dear Lord Mortimer, as agreed, I have changed your old lock for one of my invention, drawing inspiration from your doctor friend, Mr. Guillotine. Here is the model of your new lock, if you appreciate my prototype. It is difficult to imagine how it all fits together, but it will be located in the middle of the present door, the aim being to alter nothing of the door's functionality, but to add a bit of spice. Depending on the lineup of the wheels, the aforementioned lock will open or will punish the snooper whose faith is not strong enough. I called my invention the Judgment of Faith because if a snooper is unable to resist opening it, they will be punished. I hope you'll appreciate the irony of the situation. Punished if you open it. I would have thought that that was going to be the large secret door lock, but we weren't punished for that one. Dear friend, who is the most admirable of all the Olympians? None other than the king of the gods, of course. Unlike his father Kronos, he learned to make equal use of his strength and wisdom. Instead of fearing the power of his children and brothers, he accepted to share the world with them. Men fear his thunder and praise his justice. He reigns but doesn't dominate. Okay.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Build my Carmelite water. Dear Lord Mortimer, be assured of my entire devotion. As agreed, the Vendier Peasantry will soon rise up. My network is striving to increase the pressure on the masses. The decision of the Assembly, which consists of voting the civil constitution of the clergy, is inflaming the region. The people overwhelmingly reject the priests and swear loyalty to the state. If you could ensure that the convention will administer the final blow to the people, the issue will be resolved. Without wishing to direct you, a forced recruitment for a faraway conflict would be a perfect way to arouse the people definitively. Your devoted servant, Francois, is yeah. Sorry guys, I am butchering names of things. Not sure what that was I just picked up. key with a cult fire symbol. Okay.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Well. Okay. Second lock. And got a water symbol key. Collector's coin. And another one. Wish it would just say how many I got. Apparently quite a few. Okay, there we go. I think this is more royal honey. Or royal jelly, sorry. I'm gonna take it. The alchemical table of symbols.
A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
Tell me about it. My dearest friends, our plans are going ahead wonderfully well. The Coinage Act has been voted. Your project of founding the very first Bank of America should not be delayed and will probably be called Union Bank. As for the construction of the White House, it is still... I think that's probably supposed to say due to begin in October. I will accept no delays. You can trust me on this. I hope to see you soon, Thomas Jefferson, Secretary of State. What are we looking at here?
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those.
Did we already know he was immune to science? Yeah.
3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long. Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me. It is a typical draw in a line that answers a specific question. To the left, Temperance, that announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the Chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Lord Murderer, the tiger is dying. On your demand, I have attacked Travancore and personally cut the throats of as many Englishmen as possible, though without the help from the French. I cannot hold them off much longer. My forces are rapidly diminishing in spite of your new rockets. Rockets? Help us, Tipu Sahib, Sultan of Mysore. Is that everything in here? Aside from this weird block, it is. Oh, there's a bit up here.
An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
Read that note. I read that note. Don't need any more golden elixir.
locked.
Alright, I guess we are done in here, so I think that's a good place to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!